Number 1, what is your name?
My name is King Jordan, and I'm good with my hands.
Number 2, what is your name?
My name is King Jordan, and I'm good with my hands.
Number 3, what is your name?
My name is King Jordan, and I'm good with my hands.
Only one is the real King Jordan and has sworn to tell the truth. Now, let's meet our panelists. Meshack Taylor, Paula Poundstone, from Spin City, Richard Kind, and from the original To Tell the Truth, Kitty Carlisle Hart. Here is the star of To Tell the Truth, John O'Hurley.
Oh, thank you very much, and welcome to another To Tell the Truth. We are truly in the presence of greatness today, so let's not pause. Let's go. It's time to play To Tell the Truth. All right. I do want to say that this is, in fact, a special show. I want to first look to our third chair, a gentleman by the name of Richard Kind. I will paraphrase something that was said in TV Guide about him. They said, someday, this actor will get the series that he deserves. He has it now. He's 5th year on Spin City. It's a treasure to have with him, and one of my dearest friends. And I will say quite candidly, one of the great comedic actors I have ever worked with in my life. And, of course, sitting to his left, what else do you say? One of the original members of the 1956 panel of To Tell the Truth, Kitty Carlisle Hart. What a joy to have with us. It is just an absolute pleasure for all of us to have you here today. Well, anyway, let's move on with the game. You know the way the game is played. All three of our players here claim to be the real Dr. King Jordan. Two are lying and only one has signed a statement swearing to tell the truth. Your job is to find out who that is. So please, would you open the affidavits that you have in front of you and read along with me as I read the sworn testimony of the real Dr. King Jordan. I, Dr. King Jordan, made history when I became the first deaf president of Gallaudet, the world's only deaf college. I lost my hearing after a motorcycle accident and struggled with the silence for years. I even resisted learning sign language. But as time went by, I discovered a whole world of soundless culture, a world of deaf poets, actors, and dancers. What I learned is that deaf people can do anything that hearing people can do, except hear. We are doctors, we're lawyers, we're businessmen, as well as, well, like me, athletes, fathers, grandfathers. Today, I am honored to be a voice for the deaf and the hard of hearing the world over. And I wouldn't go back to the hearing world for anything. Signed, Dr. King Jordan. And we'll begin our questioning with Meshack Taylor. And before we do, I do want to mention that all three of our team of challengers are capable of reading lips, but just in case, because we do have a distance problem here, we have Dave Sladek helping us out doing sign. So, again, we begin our questioning with Meshack Taylor.
Thank you, John, but they should be able to read these lips from Fresno. Okay. Anyway, Dr. Jordan, number one, what does the I stand for?
Irving.
Number two?
Irving.
Okay. Number two, who founded Gallaudet?
Gallaudet University was founded by Thomas Hopkins Gallaudet in 1864.
Okay. Number three, the largest endowment to Gallaudet is what?
Well, we are subsidized from the government, so I would say the United States government is our largest subsidy.
Okay, well, number three, the largest private subsidy to Gallaudet.
Well, we have...
Okay, questioning continues with Paula Pounce.
Number one, are most people comfortable with this? Number two, if I make a joke, isn't it something in my delivery that would make you laugh?
I would hope so.
Number three, would you strike number two for me, please? Number one, what does it mean when you say you're the voice for the deaf?
I became a spokesperson for deaf people when I became president at Gallaudet.
I see. Number 2, what's the main course of study at this college?
It's a liberal arts college, so basically it offers what every liberal arts college would offer.
All right, questioning continues with Richard Kind.
Number 3, wasn't there flack for not having a hearing-impaired president for years?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. Number 1, how was that explained?
There never was the belief that a deaf person could lead the university.
Okay. Number 2, what percentage of teachers are deaf at the college?
Actually, a smaller percentage than I wish. They're 35%.
Okay. Number 3, were you a teacher before this?
Yeah,
What did you teach?
psychology.
All right. I've always wanted to say this. Questioning continues with Kitty Carlisle Hart.
Number 1, where is Gallaudet College?
In Washington, D.C.
And number 2, what street is it on?
It's on Florida Avenue, northeast.
Uh-huh. And number 3, why did you wait so long to do something about being deaf?
Well, it was a matter of my accepting myself as a deaf person.
Number 1, how old were you?
Probably 25.
All right, the bell has sounded. Time for our celebrity panel to lock in their votes without discussion. Is it number 1, number 2, or number 3? And at this time, I'll ask our studio audience to cast their votes as well. And I'll remind you at home that we're going to pay our team of challengers $1,000 for every incorrect vote. So we'll be right back and find out how everyone voted and who the real Dr. I. King Jordan, the president of Gallaudet, the Deaf University, is right here on To Tell the Truth.
Do you have a story that can stump our panel? Go to uproar.com and learn how you can be on To Tell the Truth.
At 5, 6, and 11 on WGCL-TV.
Want to be an imposter on To Tell the Truth? Go to uproar.com and find out how.
All right. Welcome back to a wonderful edition of To Tell the Truth. One of our challengers is the real president of Gallaudet, the Deaf University, Dr. I. King Jordan. The other 2 are lying. So, Meshack, we'll begin with you. For whom did you vote?
I think that as I listened to all 3 gentlemen, number 2, speech patterns are that of the person that I think who has actually had his hearing at one time. So I'm gonna go with number 2 just based on that.
All right, number 2. Paula Poundstone, on to you.
I have a sad feeling that all 3 of them are faking the whole thing. And I'm not sure that this guy is really saying anything. Because, Mr. Mature, I don't think I ever said that, did I?
Ever the soul of tact.
Well, I have a really stupid reason. It's just number 3 looks like William Hurt, and he used to go out with Marley.
Oh, Richard Kind, on to you.
I am at a loss. I have no reason to vote for number 3 other than it's what came out of my marker.
Okay, just move in that direction. All right. Kitty Carlisle Hart.
Well, I felt that they were all 3 rather good, except that I didn't think that number 3 was using his hands properly.
Oh.
I didn't think he had any kind of control over the sign language, which the other 2 did brilliantly. I don't know whether you're knowing what you're doing or not, but anyway, one of you was doing it frightfully well. And therefore, I voted for the one that I thought was doing it well, and I've got my card upside down. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. Voting for number 2, Kitty Carlisle Hart. All right, time now to find out what our audience thought. Rather convincingly for number 2. All right, blank ballot there for number 1, 3 votes for number 2, and a pair of votes for number 3. And time now to find out which one of our
They
challengers
could
is.
see the screen, for heaven's sake.
Is the real president of Gallaudet, the Deaf University, Will Real, I. King Jordan. Please stand up. Doctor. We'll come back to you in just a minute. Number 2, you got 3 votes there. Who are you and what do you do?
I'm Bob Daniels. I just finished a 4-week intensive training program for deaf actors at Deaf West Theater in Los Angeles.
Excellent. Thank you for being with us. You did an excellent job. Number 3, William Hurt look-alike.
My name is Paul Racy. I'm a professional sign language interpreter for the court system.
Oh, that's great. Thank you both for being with us. You did just a wonderful job, and you added so much to a wonderful story. Dr. Jordan, you mentioned in your affidavit that, in fact, you concluded with a statement saying, I wouldn't go back to the world of hearing for anything. Tell me a little bit about that.
I've been deaf longer than I've been a hearing person, and so I married as a deaf person. I raised children as a deaf person. My life is as a deaf person. I wouldn't want to try to adjust to a different kind of life now. I'm a very happy and well-adjusted individual, so I think about changing.
Thank you again. Well, it's just a wonderful story. It's a treasure to have you with us today. And you, by the way, stumped everyone. A jackpot of $5,000 will be split among our team of challengers.
Wait, John, do people actually call you I King?
My friends call me King. Everyone else calls me Mr. President.
That was a great story. Thank you again. We're going to be right back with more of To Tell the Truth.
Closed captioning is sponsored in part by...
It takes seconds to pick up a stomach virus. Lysol kills 99.9...
1 year at Jennifer Convertibles and Jennifer Leather.
Number 1, what is your name?
My name is Patty Sailors, and I managed to take it off.
Number 2, what is your name?
My name is Patty Sailors. I managed to take it off.
Number 3, what is your name?
My name is Patty Sailors. I managed to take it off.
Only one is the real Patty Sailors and has sworn to tell the truth.
Oh, Cabana boy, time to flip me. Welcome back to Tell the Truth, panelists. If you please open the affidavit you have in front of you and follow along with me as I read the sworn testimony of the real Patty Sailors. I, Patty Sailors, run a resort in the Raw. As the manager of one of the largest nudist vacation destinations in the country, I play host to families who like to expose themselves to a free range of activities. From windsurfing and biking to volleyball and hiking, we ensure our guests have a great time in a naturally safe environment. We even hold seasonal events like the formal Black and White Ball, a Bear Renaissance Fair, and our homage to hot dogs and hot tunes, Nude Stock. Obviously, clothing is optional, but we highly recommend sunscreen. Signed, Patty Sailors. All right, panel and audience, all 3 of our scantily clad ladies here claim to be the nudist resort manager.
John, Kitty Carlisle is here. I am not comfortable with this.
Which one is it? Well, your job is going to be to find out who that is. And we'll start our questioning with a man who doesn't wear pants behind that panel over there, Meshack Taylor.
And I want to thank you.
Number 1, where is the resort?
It's about 25 miles southeast of Sacramento.
Number 2?
About 35 miles southeast of Sacramento.
Okay. Number 3, is it for families?
Families, children can come, yes.
And number 2, what is the average age of a person who comes to this resort?
55.
Oh, all right.
That is
Paul
joke.
Poundstone.
Number 1, when you say a safe environment, do you do anything special to make it safe?
Well, we do screen people to make sure that they're not there
To make sure that
weird reasons.
that they're not there for weird reasons,
Right.
like a nudist
Right.
place? Yeah. Number 2, are there people who pretend to be nude?
Richard Kind.
Number 3, how many other nude resorts are there in the country?
I really wouldn't know how many. There's
Okay.
very
Number one, do you know?
4.
That's correct. Okay,
Thank
I'm
you.
kidding. Number two, are there legal problems to opening up a nude resort?
Depends on the state.
All right,
that's
questioning
interesting.
continues with Kitty Carlisle Hart.
That's interesting. What's number 3? Which states are friendly to nudist colonies?
Basically, most beach states. West Coast, East Coast. Jamaica has a really big resort.
And number 1, it says here that there are events like a black and white ball. Do they do touch dancing, or whatever it's called, where they hold each other?
Oh, yeah.
They do. And it's not always man and wife.
No, we're not like that. We keep couples together.
Okay. Perceptive question, perceptive answer. Bell is sound and time is up. Time for our celebrity panel to lock in their votes. Without discussion, is it number 1, number 2, or number 3? We'll be right back and find out how everyone voted and who the real Patty Sailors is on To Tell the Truth.
Enter the Priceline.com LA Getaway Sweepstakes today at totellthetruth.tv or send us a postcard from Priceline.com. Name your own price and save.
Yes, is all right. At Jim Tidwell's World Ford and Perimeter's World Ford in Sandy Springs. Any ad is all right.
All right, welcome back to Tell the Truth. Which one of our challengers is the real nudist resort manager? Patty Sailors. Well, Mishak, we'll begin with you. For whom did you vote?
Since number 1 knew about how many nudist resorts there were and was very, very vehement about it being a thing where it's not a swingers club, this is very, very on the up and up, no pun intended. I voted for number 1.
All right. Paula Poundstone.
Well, I'm at a disadvantage because Mishak had his pants down and I couldn't really think. You know, I stay in a lot of hotels, and even the fanciest of hotels has some sort of elaborately engineered gizmo to make it so you can't steal the hangers, because that's apparently where a lot of the money gets lost in the hotels, is hanger theft. And I was thinking, number 1, you must not have that problem at your resort.
Richard Kind, on to you.
It is a business running a resort. Number 3 doesn't look to me like she runs a business yet. Number 1, it's a kooky life being a nudist, and you look kooky. Number 2 looks kooky and looks like she could run a business.
All right. And it says cut and dry as that. On to Kitty Carlisle Hart.
Well, I think number 1 is a performer because she's very charming and outgoing and very easy. And I think number 3...
Wait a minute.
We can't say easy on television anymore.
Well, how about black and white ball?
And number 3, I don't think is a real one. I don't know why. She's awfully pretty, what we can see of her. I think it's number 2 because she looks efficient, and so I voted for number 2.
Number 2. All right, votes are in. Evenly split between number 1 and number 2, and time now to find out what our audience thought. Well, they dressed up number 1 rather convincingly. It's time now to find out which one of our players is the real nudist resort manager. Will the real Patty Sailors please stand up? Slowly. You're all right. You were right. Our guests were right today. Congratulations. Thank you for having a seat. We'll be back to you in just a minute. Number 1, everyone thought it was you. You got 3 votes. Congratulations. You did. Who are you and what do you do?
My name is Lisa Newman. I'm an elementary school teacher, and I went to college with Richard Kind.
Holy Lord.
Number 3, who are you and what do you do?
My name is Lisa Shea, and I am an apartment manager.
Apartment manager. Patty, the name of the resort that you manage is what?
Laguna del Sol,
And it is in Sacramento. You said just south.
outside of Sacramento.
Thank you for your story. You garnered 3 incorrect votes, and that's $3,000 for our team of challengers to split up. We had a great time today. We're in the presence of greatness here. A big thank you to Meshack Taylor, Paula Poundstone, Richard Kind, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, Kitty Carlisle Hart. Well, thank you. We'll see you next time on To Tell the Truth. Bye for now.
New Rembrandt Plus with dental peroxide delivers...
Would you like to play more? Go to uproar.com.